I'm gonna show you 5 easy ways to improve your handles instantly. Let's get started. Okay, all these things you can literally add today. The first one is simple. There's 2 different ways you can apply it. So the tip is to grip the basketball in your hands. And I know you're probably thinking, well, duh, grip the basketball. Yeah, but I wanna show you a way to take this next level. 2 different things. Number 1, we're gonna talk about a way of gripping it later in the dribble. So you always wanna think about, like, if I'm gonna get into a crossover, I wanna get a good grip right before I'm about to release the basketball. So at the end of the dribble is really important. Almost every time you're gonna dribble, you're gonna wanna get that quick grip. Even if it's a quick dribble, if it's a little bit longer dribble, whatever it is, get that grip at the end. That'll give you better control and precision over where the ball is going. That's instantly gonna improve all your dribbles because now it's going exactly where you want it to. Let's say I want the ball to go here and I don't get that grip, and because of that, the ball's a little more loose and it gets here. Defender could poke at that. Or maybe I'm gonna go into a combo move where I need to catch it and go between the legs. Well, that positioning gets off. Now I just lost a little bit of control on the next dribble, and you can see how things can unravel. But the other way to use this is to think about the second the ball comes in your hands, try to get that grip right away. Now the tip with this is how we do that grip. You want to think about trying to palm the basketball. My hands are pretty warmed up right now, and when they are, I can palm the basketball. If they're not, I can't. One thing you can do to improve that grip is work on palming the basketball and think about trying to get that kind of palm grip when you're dribbling. Now, it is illegal to actually, see if I can do it, physically palm the ball from a dribble and then continue dribbling. We all know that. I'm not trying to teach you to do that. I'm teaching you to try to get that quick grip for a split second so now you have the ball locked in. Now there's gonna be exceptions to this that we'll get into later in the video, but also at the end of the video, I'm gonna link you to another video with exercises to help you palm the basketball if you can't right now, or at least get better grip on it. Okay, next thing we gotta talk about is extending air time. Now to do this, better grip, better ball control, I got some really unique drills for you in the free workout pinned to the comments. It'll also help you with your athleticism and everything with your handles. Make sure you grab that, it's free, might as well. But as far as extending air time goes, we wanna think about trying to keep that ball in our hand for as long as we can in most dribbles. There's always gonna be exceptions to everything, the grip thing, everything I give you in this video. But in general, if you can keep the ball in your hand for a longer period of time during a dribble, it's gonna give you a lot more freedom and options, and it'll instantly improve your handles. I'll show you a few examples. Ball's in my hand for a long period of time, I have lots of moments where I can move it. I can move it into a crossover. I can move it into an in and out. I can decide, oh, I'm gonna get into a pull-up jump shot. I can say, oh, the defense is coming close, boom, I'm gonna go behind the back. Defense is real tight on me, boom, I can get into a spin move, right? So it opens up a lot of moments and more time, more options to do that. Versus if I'm dribbling like this, there's a lot of moments where the ball's not in my hand and I can't instantly move it. That's number 1. Number 2, this frees up my feet to move. Now, some people, I've been seeing comments of people saying, you can't take more than 2 steps during a dribble. That's not true. There's no limit on what you can do with your feet in a dribble as long as it's a live, legal dribble. You're not carrying or palming the ball or something like that. Anything goes. So that frees up my feet to, shuffle it to the side more, to run downhill more, to maybe add a couple extra jab steps into my moves. Extending the air time allows you to do all those things. Next thing that's gonna help you instantly improve your handles actually ties into that last thing. When you really wanna extend that air time, you have to learn how to relax your hand. So like I said before, there's times you're gonna wanna grip it the second it comes in your hand. This is an exception where generally you won't want to. Now you can get that quick grip and I can still float it for a long time, right? But I can probably float it even longer by allowing that hand to relax and keep it almost flat. And also, notice what I did there. Watch the hand real close. Leave a comment, let me know if you see what happened right there. What happened is I keep my hand kind of flat and the ball's touching my palm, which is what a lot of people say it should never do. I'm restricting the ball's movement as little as possible while still guiding it and having my hand on it, so when I need to get that quick grip to move it, I can't. But by giving the ball as little resistance and friction as possible with my hand and just sort of guiding it, I can keep it in the air longer and really extend that air time. So think about relaxing those hands and letting the ball kind of spin in your hand when you really want to cover more ground, get more air time on the dribble, and allow it to hang in that hand for as long as possible. Next hack that'll help you instantly improve your handles, pay attention to all these dribbles. Let me know if you notice one joint that's always doing a lot of work on all these dribbles. Here's example 1, okay? Example 2, example 3, and we'll do 4. Which joint in my arm is always doing work in all those? Leave a comment. The answer is the wrist. When I do a regular dribble, it's mostly the elbow and the wrist. When I do a crossover, it's mostly shoulder and wrist, unless it's more of a throw crossover. But most like side-to-side low crossovers where I'm swinging, it's almost all shoulders and wrists. Now, paying attention to snapping that wrist can allow you to do a lot of things. Number one, if I want to dribble fast, I can get faster dribbles off, right? But also, even if I'm doing these slow dribbles, getting that snap at the end extends air time like we talked about before. So now it floats high, it would want to float higher, but I can bottle that energy up in my hand to allow it to stay up in the air for a really, really long time. So I can use that to extend air time, number two. And then number three, even on like those float dribbles, getting this snap at the end keeps it so like when the ball's not in my hand, it speeds that up, right? So it's not bouncing real slow. If it's bouncing slow like that, that's a great opportunity for defenders to just poke it and steal it. But if I snap it, I'm getting it out of this hand and back into this one quicker, or from this hand back into this hand quicker. So snap those wrists to take everything you're doing next level. Next hack that'll instantly improve your handles. Again, leave me a comment. Let me know which one of these is better. Me dribbling like this or me dribbling like this. I think we're all gonna answer number two, and the answer is obvious for a few reasons, but I got another couple ones you're not thinking of. But when I'm down here, I'm ready to move, right? I can sway my hips and my chest side to side to sell fakes. I can even still add little jab fakes, but I'm in a great position to move, to shoot. Like anything I want to do can happen faster, more powerfully, and I can sell those fakes by leaning into them more, right? All that stuff. But here's the other thing that a lot of people don't think about. It makes actual dribbling easier. So all that we were talking about makes moving easier, but dribbling is easier because now my hands are lower to the ground. Kind of like we were talking about before. If I get that snap of the wrist, it gets it into this other hand quicker, right? One other thing we can do to get it into the other hand quicker is not have my hands up here, get them down here, so there's less space up and down for the ball to be traveling. So now it's in my hands more, the dribble motion, and I have better control. Again, the free workout pinned to the comments will help you take this and all your handles next level. And if you want to see some more secrets to instantly improve your handles, check out this video right here. Subscribe and turn on all notifications to catch the newest videos, and I'll see you in one of those videos of the free workout next.